Where is Opa? Huh? Tree back there behind me. Take a guess. Where is Opa? It's kind of cloudy, overcast. Opa will show you here in a minute where he's at. I'm at one of my favorite playgrounds. A lot of people would know where that's at. No, not the Painted Desert Trading Post, but very close. Actually, I am out here at the Painted Desert. Another day out at the Painted Desert. We are gonna go do a little bit of wandering out at Jasper Forest. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? Love coming out here when it's overcast, because the colors out there show up a lot better. If it rained, it would be even a lot prettier. All right, so let's go on down the road. We're gonna go to Jasper Forest and document our little walk out there. So actually, before we go out to Jasper Forest, okay, we're out here. That's the Painted Desert Inn. When you come down here, take a little walk out in this little, there's a footpath there. There's a footpath there. You come between. There's a petroglyph right here. Probably looks like a lizard or something right there. And it looks like you got a footprint right there. So there's a couple petroglyphs right here. A lot of people don't even know it. They go by here every day. Here we are at the Jasper Forest overlook. And now we're going to go down into the Jasper Forest trail. This is an off the beaten path trail. You're right down these little steps right here. And we're going to go down into a little area. Got some really cool petrified logs down in there. It actually used to be called First Forest because it was the first one a lot of people would see when they used to take the train rides to Adamanama. And then they would give them a little wagon ride out here to this area. I just follow this little path right down here. And go over that major bridge right there. Look at that big old bridge. I wonder if there's a troll underneath there. We'll probably have to answer a riddle to get over this bridge. Come here in the summertime, and there's some rocks out here. You'll see the collar lizards just relaxing out there. I didn't have to ask a riddle, huh? I didn't have to answer no riddle, so we're good to go. No troll gonna eat me. On our way driving down this way, I saw in a little bush, saw a little ground squirrel. People mistaking them for chipmunks all the time. They're called ground squirrels here. You're just hanging out on the bush, watching the cars go by. Maybe we'll see one running around out here. A lot of people always ask about snakes out here and stuff, and yeah, we do have them, but you're more likely not going to see them. They tend to stay away from where people are. They don't want to be bothered, so they stay away. Yeah, pretty cool rocks out here, huh? And that petrified log right there. Nice. You walk along here, come up along the edge right here. You can kind of look down in there. And then walk down into there. We're actually going to walk right down there, and then we're going to go along the edge right over across there, and then around the other side over there. Going to go to Eagle's Nest, which is not Eagle's Nest no more. It fell kind of a day late. I think it fell back in I don't know, it was 1914, somewhere back in the day. It fell. It's actually this off the beaten path trail too. You actually are going to walk along an old road out here too. They used to veer off from the main road. Well, the main road's right there, and they used to come straight down and go down into there. Off the beaten path trails are pretty cool too, because you don't have to stay on exactly on the trail. When you're on our normal trails where it's paved, we want you to stay on them. We don't need hundreds of thousands of people trampling over all the grasslands and stuff and everything and killing everything. But off the beaten path trails are not so visited, so you can wander a little bit more, see a lot of other things, see something you like, take a walk on out there and go look at it. It's a cool thing about that. Ooh, wind is picking up today, huh? Sandy's all back there being quiet. She says she's enjoying the view. Let's walk down here a little bit further. That old road I was talking about, when this is actually, because here's the main road right here, and it used to actually come straight down right across here and then over and then down in here. You can see I'm going to walk over across here so you can see it right there, right in between these two little hills. That's where the road used to go, and then it kind of hugged around a little bit. Taking a look around. See, as the erosion erodes on the hills and then the rocks fall down. It's the same concept with the petrified wood. Did the same thing. You see, you got the, if you look in between there, you got the hard layer of sandstone. And when everything erodes out from underneath it, eventually it all falls. Look at that over there. That's fantastic. Look at this right here. It's so cool. Oh, I didn't forget to mention at the beginning of the video that today is February the 16th, 2026. Wow. Nice. Sandy's looking at the bird. Oh, the wind is picking up. Oh, there's a little muff on the microphone, not picking up too much of that wind. So this is a trail actually goes like right along here and then up over that edge right there. That's the old, still the old road right in here. I like to take off a little and go off here. It's really neat up in here. This whole area. Like I said, this is where you don't have to exactly stay on the trail, so you come off and come down into this little wash area. There's a lot of big rocks down here. Got some pedestal rocks up in the little crevices. Yeah, just tons of petrified wood up in here. Seeing these off the beaten path trails, you can get more up and personal with all other rocks. I do recommend people when they do this trail to come up into this area. I show it all the time to them. I'm gonna go see if this one rock is still out here. It's a pedestal rock. It's really nice. So you got nice big logs too. It's a pretty big one right there. Walk up in here. It's almost like a hoodoo up there on top of the hill. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. All these ancient trees. All right. Yeah, there's that. Right there, see that little pedestal right there? That's actually been up there for a while. I'm wondering whenever that's gonna fall. Actually, the road is just right on the other side of that too. Nice. Came down the other little river and here's a cool pedestal rock. If you don't find it too easily. Got a lot of pictures of this. This pedestal rock right here. It's cool. It's one of my favorites out here. Cool. Wish it was a full log, but that's okay. It's good. A lot of petrified wood you'll see right here. The conglomerate right on the side of the rock right here. So that's just like its own cement right there on that rock. So that's where you know it was underwater. River, fresh water. Yeah, from this angle, that one looks pretty cool too. It's a thicker pedestal, but looks really nice. Look at that raven flying by. Hey, Mr. Raven. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the part of the trail. Work our way over there. So they fly around here. They catch on those updrafts against the hills and just float around. Just glad he didn't dive bomb me. So this going right back on the trail right there, right along here on the top of that ridge. That's where the main part of the trail is. can see the culvert right there. Yeah, that was the road right there. We went straight through. Actually, right before you come up to the Eagle's Nest, you're going to come to a big, it used to be the parking lot. So another pretty good one on a pedestal right there. That's a pretty good pedestal rock. Yeah, it's a nice one. Very nice one. Nice colors in there too. Really interesting. I mean, that's not a solid green, but it's got a green tint to it. So you can mostly find the green tint petrified wood up in the north of Winslow. You can find it pretty often and stuff and everything. But yeah, that's got a green tint to it. I just saw another piece over here too. Let me take a look at it. It's another piece got a lot of green to it. Oh, yeah, that wind. Oh yeah, it's got quite a bit of green to it. Ah, the wind killing me right now. Of course, I get down here low now. I get sand blasted. Woo! All right, hey, I'm gonna sit there on this piece for a little bit. That's nice. I like that. Still walking the trail. What's really great about this park too is you know, affiliated what is it, affiliated captain? Yeah, that's what his channel is. You know, if you came out here affiliated captain with your dog, you can take him right on this trail. You can walk him out here. That's how it is here. We're a dog friendly park. Just can't take him in the buildings. That's the only thing. But you can bring your dog and have him come out to your heart content and just have him on a leash and walk him around. They'll just probably be a little bit upset because well, they'll go sniffing around these trees and be like, wait a minute, trees are too solid. I can't go pee on this. It's the only thing that would make the dog go crazy. That's so red. So much of that iron quartz out here and stuff. Just everything's so red. Yeah, we're almost coming around the corner there to where Eagle's Nest is. Yeah, back before this became a national park, well, there was so much taken out of this area. You know, haul it off on the train. Yeah, so if you know what you're looking for in this area, see how the stripes are here and stuff, and this purple, that's actually where you can find a lot of fossils if you know what you're looking for. Wow, I just saw right down here too, there's a track right there. You see that that's footprint, that's pronghorn. That's pronghorn track right there. Where are they at, pronghorn? Where are you? Yeah, you get real lucky if you see the wildlife. I've seen it quite a few times. Of course, a lot of times I know what I'm looking for. You'll get people out here, they'll be driving down the road and pronghorn be just sitting right on the side of the road, and then they'll come to the visitors and they'll say, I didn't see a single animal. And the person right behind will go, man, there was a pronghorn standing right on the side of the road. This is not bark either. A lot of people think it's an impression of the bark, but it's not bark. The bark did not petrify. There are a couple of specimens they have found that the bark did petrify. Very, very few. One of them is actually in the Rainbow Forest Museum. You can go in there and look. There's a piece in there that's petrified with the bark on it. And but yeah, so when this gets underneath the water and starts soaking up all the minerals and everything, it actually the bark pops off. Well, actually, when it's rolling, it's because it was a big river system too. So they're going down there. When the tree fell into the river, it's going down these rushing rivers and stuff, twirling around, banking around and stuff. And so you got your tree branches, everything breaking off of it. The trees swelling up, getting all this water, and then of course the bark pops off and it's stripping it off and everything. So yeah, here we are coming around the corner. Yeah, Eagle's Nest is right up around there. We're almost there, Sandy. That wind has picked up. Hey, when you're walking across this trail, you can see the remnants of, well, it used to be a sign sitting right there, letting you know you're down the road, because the road used to go right here. So it's probably a sign right there giving you your directions, or speed limit sign or something there. That's sandstone conglomerate. Make your own cement. That one's cool, right there. It's like just on that little bit, sitting at an angle. Turn it this way, it can be like the hood ornament, right? And the old timers. Go over here and talk about this log here. So you look at this log and you can tell it's hollowed out right there. See that, how it's hollowed out? So either the tree was hollow and so it didn't get any fulfillment and didn't petrify right there, or on the petrification stopped and you still had bits of the tree in there, and of course then it rotted away. That's what could have happened here. Look pretty cool. So that's the inner of the tree right there. And of course then you got that conglomerate right there too, where the water was probably kept rushing in there and rushing in there after it was all gone, and just piled up and piled up. Put that sand and rock and made the cement. And there's another one right there with coating on it. Dang, where's Eagle's Nest? It was right there on top of that hill. Oh, that's right, it fell. It done fell down. Now it's coming up here to where it's like a little parking lot and a little drive around. Then we go back the other way. Gotta fight the wind. Other thing on these logs out here too is when you're looking at them, it looks like you can see the tree rings and stuff and everything. Now, these were tropical conifers. Tropical trees grow constantly out in the tropics, so they don't have a sleep period like in the wintertime. So you cannot age the trees by the rings. So I don't know exactly how old the trees were when they fell. All you know is just roughly around 220 million years ago that they were here. But we cannot identify how old each tree was. There's no way. Now you have to think about it too. This petrification process happened over millions and millions of years, and probably hundreds of times. It was a process that just kept going on and on and on and on. Now we're coming up on here to the hill where Eagle's Nest was. So yeah, there's probably like a little parking lot back in that area, and you can walk up here or you could drive to around it. You can see here's another culvert right here, a pretty big one. Yeah, just got a lot narrower too. That little area's got a lot narrower. There's last time. There's another culvert over there. So yeah, Eagle's Nest was actually right on top of here. It did fall down. When we walk around, we see the remnants of it. Still got to be there. So I'm walking right over this culvert right here. Right here on this side, it's probably remnants of the Eagle's Nest. Go look on the other side. I don't got the pictures with me, but I can't remember if it was exactly right there where it was or over on top of this one. Well, my rangers will be able to tell me. Ones that have been out here for a long time. Know about everything out here. Yeah, because there's a few pieces on this side too. So it could have been over. Could have fell right there too. Eagle's Nest. Let's get a closer look. Woo, that wind. Heck, that could have been a part of it right there. A little round conglomerate right there. It had to be right up there, that end. Alright. So we're going to slowly walk our way back. Sandy walking around the circle. Aren't you supposed to dance in the circle? No? No powwow music? Hey, we can do. It's got the big circle, huh? We can do a powwow right here. Alright. I think we're gonna end this little walk right here. don't think it's gonna be too exciting to see everything as I go back. I might film a couple things, but that was the main thing right there I wanted. Well, we will stop down at the Rainbow Forest Museum. Till then, all right. Well, we are walking out of the trail now. Sandy, you pooped?
Get in there.
Get in there. Walking up the hill now, out of the trail. Up that way. That road. Gonna hop in the car. Rainbow Forest Museum. So we can do some personal things. And then go home for the day. Sounds like a winner to me. What a windy day today. All right, that was our good day at Petrified Forest. We went out to Jasper Forest, got a little tuckered out. We're on our way home now. We're gonna go have some lunch. Sandy made some stew. Oh, it's gonna be good. All right, take care of yourselves. Have a good life, all right? Have fun with your life. Tschüss, macht's gut.